How's it going, everybody? It's Pride here, and today I'm bringing you guys a video to talk to you about Bloodborne possibly making its way to PC here in the next couple of months or maybe sometime this year. It's kind of unspecific right now of when this might happen, but I'm going to talk a little bit about it today. So, this comes to us from a new blog post on PlayStation's website talking about PlayStation Now. In case you guys don't know what PlayStation Now is, it's a streaming service for games, specifically PS3 games, to stream on your PS4 and PC. They have a pretty big catalog of like 460 games, I think they said. I think it's about $20 a month, $50 for 3 months, and I think they even have an annual one for $100 now. So that's pretty expensive for starters, but they do have a bunch of games, and it's a pretty cool service. I did try it out for free. It was like a 7-day free trial, and I played a couple of the Uncharted games. What I like about it is that you don't really have to download a game. You just kind of go to it and you stream it directly using the cloud, which is fine, but it also brings technical problems where you have a lot of stutters, frame rate lag, and stuff like that. At least, you know, that is something that I experienced when I played some of the Uncharted games. But in a post they made today, they announced that they're going to be adding PlayStation 4 games to the catalog of like 480 games or 460 games that they already have on the service. In the beginning, I'm guessing they're probably going to start it off with some of these smaller games, but then I think they also need something big to drag people in. And I definitely think that game can and might honestly be Bloodborne. It's a really popular game, critically acclaimed game, pretty difficult, so it's also one of those games that people might not want to buy themselves just in case they're like, oh, I don't know if I'll like it, so I don't know if I want to pay money for this, you know, because it is one of those games that's kind of infamous for being difficult. Which is pretty awesome because that totally means that if you have a PC and you get this service, you don't have a PS4, and I believe you can get, all you got to do is sign up for an account on PlayStation.com. It'll mean that sometime soon, you'll possibly be able to play Bloodborne on PC, which is something a lot of people have always wanted. I mean, obviously, the ideal situation would be for it to come out everywhere, but since Sony directly is the owner of the game along with From Software who created the game, they can pretty much do whatever they want with it, and it's pretty obvious that they're going to want some big games to attract people for this service to actually pay a lot of money, which it kind of is, man. $100 a year. I don't know if that's really worth it, and I guess we'll talk about that now, because I don't know if it's really worth paying that much money for, you know, one game. I know a lot of people have wanted this game, and I guess you can say, oh, now I can finally play it on PC, but for that much money, you could honestly almost get a PlayStation 4, and I think this might be better if you just don't have a PS4, you don't really care about most PS4 games. It's totally fine. You could pay like $50 to play Bloodborne. I'm sure you could get it done in like 3 months because I think the 3-month service is like $45. Now it is pretty cool that even if you just want to play Bloodborne, you're going to also have access to a bunch of these other PS3 games and PlayStation 4 games. They're saying that in the next couple of weeks, they are going to be having like a trial with a couple of PS4 games. I'm guessing we're not going to get Bloodborne right off the bat in the next few weeks. That might take a while. I think once they push the PS4 games out there and they start releasing more and more, we're going to get Bloodborne fairly early on. It's going to be, I think, one of the first wave of games. But there obviously isn't any confirmation. This is just something that possibly will happen, but I honestly do think that it's highly likely that it will happen. So, I'm kind of curious how many of you guys are actually willing to pay this amount of money to play just Bloodborne. And I know there's other games, but to be honest, most of those games you could probably get on PC anyways. The only ones that really matter are the PlayStation exclusives, and there's not a huge amount that are really worth that much money. Like, I'm not going to be paying $50 every 3 months to play, you know, Bloodborne and God of War. But it might be something that you also do run into some problems. You know, this service does have problems with, like I said in the beginning, it has frame rate lag sometimes because of just the way it works, and it might be even worse with a game like Bloodborne that already has some issues with, you know, frame rate lag whenever you're fighting a big boss or you're in an area with a lot of enemies. And I don't think that even if you have a powerful PC that it's going to help and make a significant difference in improving that. I think all that really is going to matter is connection. But I guess we'll have to wait to see if this actually happens. You know, like I said, it may never come to this service, and that would kind of suck, but I think this is your best bet for you guys on PC to possibly get a chance to play Bloodborne. Well, pretty much the only chance. There's no way that this will ever get released on PC or Xbox One. That's just not going to happen. But I guess it's up to you guys to decide if it's, you know, worthy of that much money. I'd really love to know how many of you guys are going to be paying just to play Bloodborne. And obviously, you know, you also have the incentive of playing all these other games that they have there, but let's be honest, we only care about Bloodborne here on this channel. Either way, thank you so much for watching. I know this wasn't a super long video, but I just thought I would get this this pretty awesome news out there. And if anything gets updated and we get some more info, then I'll let you guys know that info as well. Leave a like if you enjoyed and if you're excited to possibly get to play Bloodborne on PC for the first time. But that's about it. Talk to you all later. Peace, everybody.